Hello traders, it's Andy with Trade Ideas, and last week I showed you a top list, we call them named Poised, where I use to find nice setups on a daily time frame for potential a trade the following day. And I wanted to follow up on that theme, and this time share with you a pullback scan that I actually use. Very similar to a lot of these. Once again, we're looking for good setups, so a lot of these scans are going to be very similar. But this one can also find deeper pullbacks, like you're seeing on my screen right now in this FLYW. And once again, it's all in the configuration, and I'm going to go through once again, the power of using position and range filters and moving averages to help you create these kind of scans that can find you these nice setups. And let's start with this pullback scan that I just call pullback setup. And we're going to look at the configuration real quick because it's, like I said, it's all in the power of using your filter sets. Once again, in the position in 5-day range, I'm looking for a max of 50%. That's basically just saying I want the price currently in the bottom half of its 5-day range. Now, in this case, it has to be above its 50-day moving average. It has to be above its 20-day moving average. I don't want the thing breaking down too much, in other words. Pullbacks are fine, but let's keep them above certain moving averages. Position and range. This is a key one. This is talking about today's range. All right. And a position and range can tell you so much. Like I know if I have a position and range, I use a minimum of 75. If I click on our little show me button here, it's going to tell you the price is at least 75% above the low end of this range. Well, what that actually tells me, especially in a tape like we saw on Friday, is the price action tried to sell off with the market, but buyers stepped in and pushed this into the upper 25% of its intraday range. Okay, that tells me at least for that day there was some support in the stock. Okay, they were buying this stock even in that ugly tape that we saw on Friday. So once again, these position and range can tell you a lot about what people are thinking, what people are actually doing. All right, so other than that, let's see, that's about it as far as the configuration goes. It doesn't take much. It's pretty simple, but let's take a look at some of the setups here, and this start with this VTLE going into Monday, and there you have it. Nice price action. Buyer stepped in, bought this thing up, and finished up nice on the day, 1.3%. RVLE, I did notice this one on my Poise scan, I believe. Now that one is kind of an ugly candle, but still it was bought back yesterday, finished back above all its moving averages, so one to watch. Onion, this is one with a little bit deeper pullback. You're probably not going to find this one on some of my other scans that looks for more strength above a 10-period moving average. But nonetheless, it bounced back above its 20, and I'm going to kind of show you how I use these setup bars the following day once I get through some of these scans here. ARQT, nice bounce off its moving average, and there's your setup bar. So a couple of more. Let's see. Let's go to Cocoa. Even though you're not going to find this on a lot of my other scans, it pulled back here, held the 10-period moving average, and could potentially bounce off that. All right, so let's take Onion, for example, and let's talk about how I use these scans. These to me is a setup bar. So in other words, I will rarely buy these on the day they occur because that is the first day it's actually kind of reversed or put in a green candle, if you will. So what I'm looking for on the setup bar is if the price action trades above it on the following day, okay? Now, I'm going to show you in a bit, you got to be real careful with these, okay, especially in the first 15, 20 minutes of trading because you can get a lot of head fakes, especially when you look at the price action we had Friday, and I'm going to show you some of that in just a second. So that's my setup bar. I look for a move back above that bar, and just like Cocoa here. This is not reversed, but I would look for a price trigger above that high for Friday. And the beautiful thing about this strategy is your stop is already in place. Okay, I know if it breaks down through that 2-day low, because you're expecting a reversal here. Okay, if it doesn't work, it doesn't do what you think it should do, I'm out quickly on the low of the setup bar. All right, so real quick, I'm going to show you can convert this top list into an alert window. Okay, that will actually alert you when these reversals happen. And this is one that I've already built. I don't have time to show you how I can do the collaboration with trade ideas, but it's really cool how you can just take a top list and you can make it into an alert window. But let's take a look, and I'm going to show you. Let's go to the price action on Friday, and this is where you have to be careful. There were a lot of good setups, okay, and a lot of them did reverse through that action with the gap up we saw in the market. But if you got to be careful in the early going, because these things can reverse quickly. The setup is there, but I can go just one after another here, and you can see that you had the bar reversal, but it just with the price action we had. So I rarely trade these things in the first 15 to 20 minutes. I let them establish, make sure they're going to hold that prior day high, and then I may take a swing trade on it. So there you have it, guys. If you want to, if you do have trade ideas and you want access to these scans, just hit us up. I'll be happy to share it. All right, have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.